Greetings, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you are listening to this. This is a Natter of Fact, and we are back here with a release schedule for you all, just to let you know what we've got planned. So, I'm joined here with my long-suffering co-host, Max.
Hello everybody.
Poor guy, he has to put up with this, he has to work with this every day. So, as we all know, our very first episode, Pet Peeves, has already been released.
You can listen to this episode on YouTube or SoundCloud. We are mainly focusing on YouTube though, aren't we?
We are indeed.
With our content, but it is on SoundCloud if you don't want to delve into YouTube for personal reasons. Maybe it's your pet peeve.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Perhaps it is. We're not bowing away from SoundCloud because we don't like it. It's because they charge after the first 3 uploads. So
yeah. They do.
Yeah, we're cheapskates, aren't we, Max?
We are indeed. Got
to do things on a budget. Got to watch those pennies.
That is a pet peeve.
Oh, yeah.
SoundCloud charges. But speaking of pet peeves, we are going to give you another opportunity to comment your pet peeve, which could feature in a special episode that we will be recording very soon. So anything that annoys you, bugs you, or something that you want changing in our society, please comment on this video or any Facebook post. We will find it somewhere. So yeah, go to it.
Let the hate flow through you.
But unfortunately, we might not be able to feature everyone. So make it good. Make it juicy, because Christy loves his juice.
I love my juice. Oh, yeah.
So that was episode 1, Pet Peeves. Episode 2 will be about school days, and that will be released on the 28th of March. That is in 2 weeks' time.
That is exciting. I'm very excited for that episode to come out. It's probably one of my favourite ones to record.
So when we're talking about school days in this episode, what is one of the amazing things that you found out about my school days?
Well, I would say one of the amazing things that comes straight to mind when I think about your school days is the fact that people used to get banked at your school. So, I mean, yeah, getting pushed down a big bank as a year 7 by a year 11 must have been pretty daunting, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Happens all the way through the years as well. It doesn't just stop. You don't go to year 8 and go, oh, I'm immune from getting banked. Nah, no one's safe. No one's safe from the
Nobody's
field.
safe from the banking, no. And there's a lot more stories about that sort of thing in our school days episode, so keep your eyes and ears peeled for that one. So I'm going to reciprocate the question to you.
Yeah.
What's an amazing thing that you learned about my school?
I loved the fact that your school was part of a farm.
Right,
That actually shocked me, that your school was part of a farm and that you went into, I think it was English, stinking of shit.
Yep. Me and some of the people I used to hang around with when I was in year 7 and year 8 used to, go and muck out on the farm, and we'd do it without our protective gear on. So our uniforms would stink of shit, basically, and we'd sit in English and we'd stink the room out. So, yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, dear.
What did you learn in maths? Was it algebra?
Fuck's sake.
Please stop my bad jokes.
Yeah.
Let's move on to episode 3, Christy.
Let's lock him into his
3.
flat. So episode 3 is a how we met sort of episode. We've called it Origins, so it's our origin story. And it's going to be out around mid-April, which is Sunday the 11th of April. Speaking of our first interactions with each other, what was your initial thoughts about me as a person when you first saw me?
Oh, that's a good question. When I saw you and sort of saw you in the classroom, I thought you were quite a reserved person. I feel like you're one of them people that waits for other people to sort of open up before you do, which is absolutely, fair enough. Which is why I think I always sort of kept approaching you and saying, look, I'm opening up here. Come on, give me something. There's something glorious about you in there, and I'm going to pry it out one way or another.
You'll hear about that in the episode, but there's it took a little bit for me and you to start talking and hanging out, so took a few attempts. I mean, I would say my first reaction was completely the opposite. I saw you as sort of more of the class clown type, not somebody I'd normally hang around with in my school time. And yeah, just my first reaction was like, this guy's a class clown. He's not going to want to speak to me. And it's one of the popular kids. He's laughing along with everybody. And yeah, I'm just like, nah, I'll kind of keep my distance from that guy at first. But yep, you broke through the ice. So well done, you.
Yeah. Shattered that ice.
Yeah, yeah. A shatter effect now available.
Not only have I got you talking, I've got you talking into a microphone on the internet.
Amazing. I never thought the day had come from sitting behind a drum kit to talking through a mic on the internet.
So yeah, that's Origins. Episode 4 is a creepy subject of the paranormal. This one will be released on Sunday, the 25th of April. This is a good one, isn't it? This is a deep conversation.
It is. You get to know a lot more about us too and our past.
And there's more farms. There's more farms, isn't there, Christy?
Oh, there's so much farms. You can almost smell the shit coming through the screen. Oh, God.
There's this, talking of like paranormal,
Yeah.
there's this thing on TikTok where you can sort of film movement, and people have taken the trend of filming their like living room space or the bedroom and seeing things like, I don't know, sleeping in their bed or whatnot.
Yeah.
Ghost of Goldilocks, I don't know. But yeah, you know, just seeing something sat down on their sofa. You know.
Shit.
Well, what do you think to that? What do you think?
It reminds me of, do you remember Xbox Kinect?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, because it used to...
Yeah, I know it, yeah.
Yeah, it used to scan the room, and then people were reporting that they'd see outlines of figures and stuff like that when it scanned the room.
Yeah.
They'd be like, wait a minute, there's just me in this room. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And Snapchat has a function where it does that as well, I believe. Yeah, it's the face recognition thing.
Oh, yeah, I've seen some of that.
Where in the dark it recognizes a face and they're just like, and then some sort of loud music plays and it becomes a meme.
Did you see it was that dog filter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And this guy filmed in the dark and literally all it kept doing was going... It's like, whoa.
It's just something in the darkness just licking, just opening its mouth, whatever it was. Just some demon in the dark going...
Oh, God.
Jesus.
No, but going back to the Xbox Kinect, that became so big that it actually featured in Paranormal Activity 4, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
A little featurette in that, and that creeped me out.
Shamefully, I don't think I've ever watched Paranormal Activity 4. I don't think I got that far, but...
Oh, dear. So moving from the paranormal, Christy, what is episode 5?
So episode 5 is another sort of... It's not creepy, but it's weird stuff. So we've called the episode Discombobulated. That will be out on Sunday the 16th of May, so it's sort of around mid-May time. It's a shorter episode, shorter than our usual hour. It's about 35-40 minutes. In Discombobulated, we talk about non-controversial conspiracies and paradoxes. We don't want to sort of politicize this podcast.
Yeah.
We don't want to go down that route and become a controversial podcast. It's just a light-hearted conversation about some paradoxes. I mean, perhaps maybe you could explain what a paradox is to our captive audience.
So a paradox is where a cause or effect becomes sort of part of an infinite loop. So you could say like catch-22. Well, that's an example of a paradox. That's where you do something to try and stop something, but actually it causes something. It causes that something. So it's an infinite loop, basically.
Yeah.
It's quite... And the paradoxes that we explore, they really do mess your head up.
Yeah.
So that's why and the conspiracies as well, they really do mess your head up a little bit. So that's why we've called this episode Discombobulated.
Sort of like a Black Mirror-esque sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we've got a little treat for you as a finale.
Oh, the finale.
Yeah.
Oh, it's big.
You're looking forward to that, aren't you?
I am. It's my all-time favourite episode that we've recorded.
Yeah.
It's funny. Sometimes we look like absolute morons.
That's just my daily life. I just look like a moron every day. But, you know, I don't know about you, mate.
I might look like a moron, but luckily this is a podcast and no one sees me. So
True. I just sound like a moron instead. It's fine.
But yeah, episode 6 we're going to keep as a surprise. That is our series finale, which will be going live on the 30th of May. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
Definitely last but not least. And it's definitely not the last podcast we're ever going to do. We've got grand plans.
We have indeed.
Let's just do a little recap, little roundup of what we just discussed. So, as everyone knows, Pet Peeves is already out. So that was released at the end of, was it February? Yes.
February the 28th.
So, yeah, it was released on the 28th of February, which conveniently fell on a Sunday. So we decided to release all our episodes on the last Sunday of a month at around midday. So each episode, which does come out on the Sunday, will be available around midday on that Sunday.
Episode 2 is School Days, and that'll be out on the 28th of March.
Episode 3 is Origins, and that will be out on the 11th of April, which is also a Sunday.
Episode 4 is The Paranormal, and that'll be out on the 25th of April.
Episode 5 will be Discombobulated, which is out on the 16th, which is, again, a Sunday.
And episode 6, the surprise finale, the big one, will be out on the 30th of May. And that is series 1 of A Natter of Fact.
So hopefully we'll see you all on the 28th of March. Thank you very much for listening.
And take care.
And take care, of course. Goodbye.